Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Next, double honors to the elder apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered abroad, and for those that are searching out their salvation with fear and trembling. This is Hawashai Nawana. It was just a thought that came to the head, and definitely gotta let it loose and navigate it through these scriptures, which is basically you're doomed, Esau. All right, you're doomed. You're doomed. All right, and we're just gonna base this on some points in Jeremiah the 50th chapter, working around the 31st verse through about the 34th. All right. I'm going to read these first, and then we're going to tackle some points, and then, we'll close it up. Lord will. So, here's Jeremiah, the 50th chapter, the 31st verse. It says, "Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord, power of hosts, of armies," is what hosts breaks down to. "For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in the cities, and it shall devour all round about him. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go." All right. "The Redeemer is strong. The Lord of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon." All right. And disquiet goes into a word, it doesn't mean rock somebody to sleep and give them a little lullaby. All right. Disquiet is give them trouble. All right. He's bringing trouble to Babylon. You understand? The next verse, actually, we're going to be dealing with the first couple verses, but the next verse, will bring that to light. It says, "A sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith the Lord, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men." So you understand what he's bringing to the Chaldeans, all right? Esau, Edom, all right? They came after the workings of the devil. But let's get back up here. So, starting at the 31st verse, all right? It says, "Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud." And see, there's so many that still don't understand that, the most proud is speaking of that wicked, all right? Let's get into that. Let's prove who is this most proud, all right? "O thou most proud." Let's go to Job, all right? Let's hit some key points here. Job, the 9th chapter, the 24th verse. What does this say? It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof, if not where and who is he?" All right. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Who are the wicked? Who are the wicked? All right. Let's go to Habakkuk real quick. Let's find out who is this wicked, right? Let's go to the book of Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. The 5th. "Behold the soul." Well, that too. "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith." All right. "Yea, also," all right. So it's talking about his soul is not lifted up, or Salakia. "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him." Okay, we're talking about the wicked here. Here's verse 5. It says, "Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man." Who has pride other than this white man we call the devil? "He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people." All right. You know that Babylon the Great all right, is known to be was called the and still is rightfully so called the melting pot. All right, this is that place that's inhabited that does not have walls. All right, don't worry, she's getting ready to suffer a whole bunch of stuff. All right, but we're talking about this devil. Okay, Job 9:24 says the hand is given into the hand. The world is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, he covers the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where then who is he? Here's Habakkuk 2:5. It's talking about him heaping up nations into himself and his desires being his hell. All right? And when he heaps, listen, so what this devil does is when he heaps to himself nations, he heaps also to himself spoils of their nations. He spoils them. He spoils them. And I'm not talking about spoil them by spoon feed them. I'm talking about spoil them like get on the ground. It's a stick up, you know? It's a stick up. And that's exactly what he does. You know, Esau Edom is he's the number one stick up boy of all of the lands. The earth has been given into his hand. Let's get over here to Psalms. Let's bring it out, right? Who is this devil? Let's see if we can find out who he is according to these scriptures, right? Here's Psalm 73. Psalm 73, verse 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. How would they be prospering in a place like this? Because the world was given into their hand. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men. Why is that? Because they write grievousness upon their beds, which they have described. They work iniquity. You know, come on, man. Through their policy, you know, they are able to make craft prosper in their hand. All right. Wisdom of Solomon. It also speaks about them. Let the law be, be their strength. Come on, man. This is the wicked we're talking about. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment. Yeah, violence. So we're talking about pride compasseth them about as a chain, and violence covereth them as a garment. Yeah, you got to know who we're talking about here. Who owns the world right now? Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than a heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. Who has got nations heaped into themselves that literally have, I mean, really, you know, they have all the nations in oppression, and they have them oppressed in some shape, fashion. You know, obviously, you know, they've all come into agreement, into accords to make Israel. All right, just as long as Israel ain't on top, you know, then they get out there and they play. And this is really what it is, you know. All of the other kingdoms have gotten of this portions of Babylon's spoils. Don't worry, we're gonna be getting into that a little bit later on. Nonetheless, let's just keep with it, right? Listen, man, they take lands by violence. All right, violence covered them like a chain. We're talking about a specific people here, which is the wicked. All right, let's go to Micah. Yeah, let's go to Micah. Let's go to Micah. The book of Micah. I believe that's 2 and 2. Yeah, there it is. And that too. Here's Micah 2 and verse 1 and verse 2. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. How is it in the power of their hand? Because that power was given them. It was given them from the Lord, our power. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Don't worry, in due time, he will set up one that's profitable. But for right now, as Job has said, Job 9:24 chapter, or Job the 9th chapter, the 24th verse, the world is given into the hand of the wicked. Once again, Micah 2 and 2, Micah 2 and 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their bed. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by what? Violence. And houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. This devil has done everything that's wrong. Okay? He is clean contrary. Listen, first off, we are clean contrary unto him. All right? We are the children of the Most High. All right? And Esau, Edom, he is clean contrary to the Most High. He is the wicked. All right? Esau is that proud man whose workings is after Satan, who is called the devil. So that's just to bring that out, right? Here, let's go back to Jeremiah, so that way we can get some more points here. Jeremiah, the 50th chapter. We were at the 31st. Behold, I am against thee, thou most proud. All right. So do we have an understanding of who this most proud man is? I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord of hosts, the Lord power of hosts. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee. And the most proud shall stumble and fall. I like the way that sounds. All right. The most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. Let's go to some points here, all right? I like to hear he's going to stumble and fall. How is he going to stumble and fall? Let's check this out. How is he going to stumble and fall? Let's hear about how this devil is getting ready to get tripped. Psalm 73 and the 17th verse. Yeah. Yeah. Psalm 73 and the 16th verse. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me until I went into the sanctuary of our power. Then understood I their end. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Thou castest them down into destruction. Yes, they've been set in slippery places. All right? They have striven against the Lord. They have forgotten their latter end. Nor did they even inquire about the wages of righteousness. They don't know. They don't care. They're the wicked. All right? They are the wicked. They spend their days in wealth. Yeah, just so many precepts are just coming to the mind. You know, sometimes the spirit, really gets to flowing, and I'm telling you what, by the time you start to look up some of those precepts that you're saying, the course of the the course can change. But I want to try and keep with it. So, but yeah, hey, this is he's gonna stumble and fall. All right, he's gonna stumble and fall. Says Psalms the 73rd chapter. All right. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me until I went into the sanctuary of our power. Then understood I their end. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Thou castest them down into destruction. How are they brought into desolation as in a moment? They are utterly consumed with terrors. It's coming for you, E. Grab your drink as a man that's ready to perish, because it's coming. Let's go to Jeremiah, the 50th chapter. Actually, yeah, let's go to Jeremiah, the 50th chapter, the 24th. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm gonna read the point first. I want to just read the 24th verse. All right. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. All right. Yeah, you're caught. You're done. All right. And right about now, yeah, the verse 22, yeah, right about now, this is what it sounds like. A sound of battle, all right, is in the land and of great destruction. That's the sound. Putin talking about, he's talking about how far he can reach with his intercontinental ballistic missiles, all right? Everybody's flexing. The doors are closing, man. The walls are closing in. It's getting a little hard to breathe. He had to loosen up his necktie. All right, he's getting a little tight. He's getting a little hot. All right, definitely getting hot. Let that actually be one of the points, because he says he's going to kindle a fire. The Lord's going to kindle a fire, right? That fire is already kindled too. But here, check this out. All right, let's keep going. All right, but yeah, he's going to stumble and fall. All right, we were just at the 24th. Hey, it says none shall rouse him up. None shall rouse him up, right? Because I am against thee. Yeah, almost proud. Shall stumble and fall. And all right, so verse 32. And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. Yeah, nobody's going to raise this devil up. All right? Neither are they going to resist his... Man, look. Hold on. Let's go to Isaiah. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, the 14th chapter. Somebody knows where I'm going. Yeah, diss him. That thou should take... All right, so we'll start like the 4th verse. That thou should take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. All right? He smokes the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He don't stop beating them. He don't stop destroying the earth. He doesn't stop spoiling the nations. He doesn't stop making grievousness upon his bed, writing in laws, changing the goalposts as soon as Jake starts to win, taking from oil, lying about things, kicking off wars. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. All right? What is that word hindereth? Hinder. What is the word hinder? Hinder. Definition. Create difficulties for... Here, let's just click on it real quick. Create difficulties for someone or something, resulting in delay or obstruction. Okay? It says none hindereth. So if none is hindering, that means ain't nobody getting in the way of or delaying this fool's or destruction, or obstructing or getting in the way of this fool's destruction. All right? Listen, man, they want to see you go down, Evil E. Just know, nobody likes you. Nobody likes you. And you're hurt. You're hurt. You know your kingdom's going down, and that's why you're going to be coming with that wrath. But it's all good. It's all good, because the Lord's going to lift up a standard against you. So, going on. Salakia, y'all. 1 second. Hey, hold on. Daddy's in a lesson. Hey, hold on. Daddy's in a lesson. Go back upstairs. Go upstairs. Close the door. All right. Salakia for that. Salakia. All right. Let me go ahead and get back to this, right? So nobody's going to hinder, all right? Nobody's going to hinder when this devil's going down, man. Nobody. All right. That thou should take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. All right? The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. All right? But the point is that nobody's going to hinder. All right? Nobody's going to pick you up. Let me get back to my point here. But yeah, so none's gonna rouse him up. All right. Nobody's gonna hinder, and nobody's gonna pick you up either. All right, because it says if they could have healed Babylon, they would have, but they can't. All right. The Lord, when He chooses to bless, there is none that can disannul that. And when the Lord chooses to destroy, there ain't none that's gonna disannul that neither. All right. Man, you screwed Esau, man. You're doomed. All right. And also, and what is that? A fire is kindled, right? Yeah, I mean, and let's go ahead, let's get to that point. It says, none shall rouse him up, I believe this was what the word was. Jeremiah, let me make sure we get this word correct, so that way I know we're attacking the right point here, right? Jeremiah 50 and 33 said, Lord of hosts and the children, no, 32. Yeah, raise him up. Yeah. And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. All right? Raise him up. They're not going to help you out. They're not going to lift out, set out a hand for you or anything, man. You are doomed. You're doomed. You're doomed like this. Verse 8 and 9. Jeremiah 51, verse 8 and 9. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. You're over with. It's prophesied, and it is done already. All right? You done already, man. You have no idea. You've forgotten the latter end of these things. It's all good. See here. Yeah, and then let's go back to 50, right? Jeremiah 50. And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. All right, and that fire, listen, you got two fires, all right? Number one, you got the Lord has already sworn, he has already said, and he has called the end from the beginning, and he has said that he is going to end you with thermonuclear missiles and destruction. But before he has done that, this word had to be preached, all right? And this word will be preached all the way up until the time, all right? Until the end. And what does it say about the Lord's word? Let's talk about kindling a fire. Actually, as a matter of fact, that might be interesting to look up. What is kindling a fire, right? Define kindle a fire. Word mean act of lighting. Okay, yeah. You can also, it says right here in one of these little blocks here, it says you can also use the word to mean the act of lighting. So you could say kindling this fire is so hard after all that rain we had. All right, so yeah, so kindling a fire is in the act of lighting the fire also. All right, but there's also something else when you use kindling for your fire. All right, those would be smaller pieces that would help the flame to get larger. It would help the flame to feed. You give it more substance, so that way the fire will grow. Okay, kindling is the beginning, or could be also the beginning of a fire. Okay, like your small wood shavings, and then once you finally get a flame hot enough, then you can start to put some shavings, or shavings first, slivers. All right, sticks, twigs, then sticks, then logs. You know what I'm saying? So, kindling. Let's check this out. All right, it says that the Lord will kindle a fire, and let's go back to this. Let's go back to Jeremiah 50, the 50th chapter. All right, and the 32nd verse right here. And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities. Who be in these cities? Who's tormenting Esau, Edom on the corners, telling the truth about his wicked and present evil queendom? All right? In his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. Hey, the fire is kindled in his cities first. All right? Now don't worry, the nukes are coming after that. But at the same time, let's talk about this kindling. Slakia, let's get to it, man. All right. Let's go to Jeremiah, the 23rd chapter. 23rd chapter. Yeah. Oh, this is Job. Hold on. Jeremiah. 23rd chapter. There we go. That's more like it. Yeah, here we go. What does this say? Jeremiah 23rd chapter, 29th verse. It says, "Is not my word like a fire, saith the Lord, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces?" Yes. All right. The word is likened unto a fire, and it's being preached. All right. All throughout these cities. Jeremiah, the 5th chapter. Let's go to Jeremiah, the 5th chapter. The house of Israel should have dealt very. Yeah, here it is, the 14th verse. "Wherefore, thus saith the Lord power of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people wood, and it shall devour them." Yes. All right. The fire is kindled. Yes, this people would. This is why it's important for us to do the will of the Heavenly Father. All right. And wax old in the work, and to speak His words, so that way when He comes back and He finds us as faithful servants. But here, let's close out here. Let's close out with let's close out with the Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, the 3rd chapter. The 7th verse. Yeah, the point is the 7th verse. But I'm gonna read verse 6 also. "As gold in the furnace hath He tried them, and received them as a burnt offering." Oh, right. Yeah, I know what that goes into. Gotcha. Hey, the point, verse 7. "And in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks amongst the stubble." Yeah. Who's the stubble? These people. It says, we just read it. He says in Jeremiah, the 5th chapter, the 14th verse, he says He's going to make His word in our mouth fire, and this people wood. All right? Stubble. Hold on. Hey, check this out. All right. Wisdom of Solomon, 3rd. All right. "And in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble." Uh-oh. Hold on. We're talking about kindling a fire, aren't we? Hold on. What about a stubble? Obadiah. Hold on. Check me out. Not me out. All right. I must decrease. He must increase. We speak in the words of the Lord, and we get so excited hearing it. Listen to this, and listen to what the Lord is saying. This is what the Spirit's talking about. Obadiah 1:18. "And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble." Yeah. "And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it." Hey, the end. Hey, look, that's it. You're done. You're doomed, Esau Edom. You're done. All right? With that, I'm going to close it up. And Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, and next double honors to the elder apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone who have taught me this truth and who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered abroad and who are searching out their salvation with fear and trembling before the names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. All right. Hey, Abaratazah, this was, Lord willing, this was edifying. All right. Stay prayed up. And until next time, Abaratazah, Shalom.